Uh,
Ulare peli.
Bula tevita.
Bula binakalili. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
And
So
Tabutu.
you're gonna put the camera on. Well, everyone else's pictures there.
Hello, Gary.
Hello, can you see me?
No. I can hear you. There you go.
There. I can see. Hopefully, I can see people and hear people now. All good.
Yeah, we can hear you, mate. There's just one per a couple of people joining Hookie. Okay. Yeah. We just dived out of a Zoom in and dived into this one. So we're ducking and diving. Yeah, Hookie, I've got a few people coming as well. Oh, good one. Nice. Nice one, Sil. We're in the Kofata. Correre in bulan-bulan, Lilian.
Kanitigo vale.
Runakakanisi. Kia ora. Hello, James. Hello, Hitchy. Hey, mate. You cowboy, mate? It's cool. Just waiting for a few more people to jump on the call. Hey, Bert.
Hey, sorry, I missed your last one. Okay, I misread Cyril's email.
No worries. Hey, John. Sure, Bert. Travis. Hey, son. Here, James. Hey. We just have one more person coming on, Hookie. We're trying to log in at the moment. Oh, yeah. Okay. All good. That was interesting, eh? That level people had. Yeah. But I think after that little bit right at the end, yeah, it's got them thinking, and it was quite contrasting from the non-focused run to the focused run. Excuse me. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
My name is Hawkey Clark, and we're just waiting for one more person to join the call. But if you could just state your name and where you're calling from, that would be cool. So once again, my name is Hawkey Clark. I'm calling from Auckland.
I'm Gary Hedges, calling from Papakura.
Hey, welcome to the call, Gary.
Cool. Thank you.
And I'm Cyril Brown. I'm out at Untitled.
Welcome to the call, Cyril.
Hello from Fiji.
John Tawaki from Cleveland.
Where you from, John?
Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland. Okay, cool. Welcome to the call, John.
My name is Travis. I'm calling from Papakura.
Whoa, mate. Welcome to the call, Travis.
I'm Lillian Tofinga calling from Auckland.
And Hawkey, we got somebody from Fiji trying to jump on as well.
Hello everyone. My name is Milika Simpson and we live down at the Waikato, down at the little village of Tekofata.
James Brown, and I'm in Buckland.
Welcome to the call, James.
I'm Lillian Tofinga and I'm calling from Auckland.
Welcome to the call, Lillian.
Hello, Naka. My name's Adeli. I'm calling from Fiji.
Welcome to the call, Billy. Great to have you on board from Fiji.
Thank you so much.
I'm his mom from Fiji.
You don't have to tell that. Go ahead.
There's a mother and son team on tonight, Hookie. You remember?
I can see. I remember you from the other night.
Yes, last night. Last night, yes.
Last night, yeah. No questions, just full of excitement.
I know. Frank, for try. Sorry, can you just order extra? Oh, kia ora. Hi. Sorry. Hey, Hawkey, how are you?
Oh, g'day, Lynette. Oh, welcome to the call, Lynette.
Yeah.
Ma tai tai.
Ngāti Kohua in the house. Kia ora, Hawkey. Hey, Cyril. James. John, how are you?
Hey, Lynette. I'll let it. We've got a Zoom going on here if you want to. Oh, you're having a shower.
Sorry, hi, Crevice. How are you? Good,
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah.
You're not eating again, are you?
Hey, Dad.
You're eating. I hope that's fruit you're eating.
Billy, is Debbie there?
Just helping the other person on. Jan's trying to join. Sorry, guys. Okay, you can go ahead and start. I'll talk him through it.
You want to introduce me, Debbie?
Yes, I would love to. Hang on. Oh. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's Zoom overview presentation with Bitcoin mining. Our presenter tonight is very successful businessman himself over the last 18 years, where he was a financial risk consultant, and he is now doing Bitcoin mining full-time. He is very successful. He's worked his way up through the ranks of the leadership and the compensation for VBit Technologies as a Bitcoin miner. He's now a regional leader and will very soon be a national leader. If you're on at his invitation and you get the opportunity to be working under him as a sponsor, as a leader, it's a real blessing indeed, because he's got heaps of knowledge. He has a love for people, and he just wants to see people succeed. And I've thoroughly enjoyed working with Hoki, and he's just so willing to be helpful and supportive every time. Hoki, it's my pleasure to introduce you, and welcome to the platform, and thank you for this evening. I now hand it over to you, Mr. Hoki Clark.
Thank you very much, Debbie, for that introduction. And just before I kick off, everyone, I just want to give it back to Debbie. I've known Debbie and his wife Malika for about 4 years now, and everything they put their hand to, they fully commit themselves. And if you ever get the chance to work with Debbie or Malika, you just hang on to their coattails, because they'll show you the path. So thank you very much, Debbie, for that introduction, and welcome everyone onto the call. Someone who's close to you invited you onto the call because they believe there's something of value that you can learn from the information that I have to share with you. And I'm really excited about that. But before I go into the details on mining Bitcoin with VBit Technologies, I'll just give you a little bit about my background and how I got started. So in August of last year, I was working as a financial risk advisor, and we'd just come out of our second lockdown. And like most businesses, including my own, it was financially really challenging. And I received a call from a colleague of mine in the States, and he wanted to share with me the concept of mining Bitcoin. And I knew nothing about cryptocurrency. I didn't even know mining Bitcoin actually existed. But I took a look at it, and it was a whole lot of new information for me. But the one thing that stuck in my mind was, if I purchased a mining rig, I could generate income 24/7. And I really got a big interest on knowing how I can earn income while I'm sleeping. So I dived in and researched the company, found that they were authorized by the regulatory authorities in the US. They're a young company that specialized in providing technology that supported the blockchain. And I found that really intriguing. Here was a company that supported the development of digital currency. And I thought, man, that's got huge potential to actually replace, going into the future, had huge potential to replace fiat currency or paper money. And I kind of compared it a bit like, how we have postmail. We still have postmail, but everybody now has email. And it's just, we live in this digital world. And I thought, just on those two things alone, I purchased a mining rig. And it got commissioned on the 29th of August of last year. And on the third day, I was totally blown away. Like, I was receiving Bitcoin into my wallet, and I wasn't even doing anything. And that just blew my mind. And so I dived into finding out, what is this Bitcoin? And after doing a lot of research, I was really pleasantly surprised to find that Bitcoin is firmly embedded in the financial ecosystem on a global basis. And I'll share that with you later on in the presentation. So fast forward 14 months on now, I now have multiple mining rigs. In February of this year, I was able to leave the financial risk industry. I now do this full time. I'm on a 6-figure income in a short period of time. And the reason I do this is really to help firm up our retirement. And I have 3 children and a grandchild which is a real passion driver for me, because now they all own mining rigs, and and I just got a passion to help people who are open and willing to change their look at an option of changing their financial position. And so once again, I just welcome you all onto the course. So I'm going to share my screen and kick off with this presentation. Right, so just a bit of a disclaimer here right at the beginning. I'm not a financial advisor, so this is not an offer of financial advice. This is purely sharing information about mining Bitcoin with VBit Technologies. You are advised to do your own due diligence, and the results that I'm going to share with you on screen are not guaranteed and will vary depending on market conditions. Now, the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to play 2 short videos. The first one is on how banks generate income and how you and I can generate income the same way that banks do, but through the medium of Bitcoin. And then straight after that, I'm going to play another clip on what is Bitcoin. So here we go.
Have you ever thought about how banks do their business? How are they able to hire so many people, have such control over the finances, and enjoy huge profit margins? Most people would say by lending or investing, right? Well, that's not exactly true. In fact, that is just a small portion of the bank's profits. You see, banks do business with an incredibly simple method. They set up computers to process everyone's transactions and keep a track of everyone's accounts and balances. When you send money to your friends, family, or to purchase something, these computers process the transactions and ensure that you have the right account balance after the transaction has been made. For example, when you make a purchase with a credit card, the credit card terminal is just taking the purchase amount from your account and crediting the merchant's account. In return for setting up and maintaining this network of computers, the banks and credit card companies receive an average of 5% in fees worldwide. Oh, and did you know that over $5 trillion move around the world every day? That means that we're paying banks over $250 billion every day just for setting up and maintaining their computers to process the transactions. This seems like an awesome concept. Wouldn't it be nice if regular people could do something similar? Well, now they can. Blockchain technology, and specifically Bitcoin mining, is revolutionizing the financial industry and making it possible for everyday people to benefit from all of the financial transactions that happen every day, just like the banks. Bitcoin mining is performed when incredibly powerful computers, called mining rigs, process complicated math problems unsolvable by humans. By solving these problems, the mining rigs achieve 2 things. They process transaction information, making the Bitcoin payment network trustworthy and secure by verifying its transaction information. And in return, new Bitcoin and transaction fees are produced, which is credited to the owner of the machine. So all you need to do is go and set up these mining rigs, connect it to a mining pool, and voila, you can have a steady stream of Bitcoins. And the volume of Bitcoin transactions is going up and up, becoming a bigger part of the economy daily. More and more merchants are accepting Bitcoin for payment. Every day, people are starting to utilize Bitcoin to pay and send money. Even large companies like AT&T, Microsoft, and PayPal are accepting Bitcoin. Bitcoin's transaction volume has already surpassed PayPal, Discover, American Express, and is catching up to MasterCard and Visa. Here at VBit, our goal is to make Bitcoin mining genuinely accessible to everyone. That's why we offer a wide range of Bitcoin mining rigs that can be set up to start bringing you a reliable Bitcoin stream from blockchain technology. You choose a tailor-made bundle mining equipment package. And if you're worried about not knowing how to set up, maintain, and host your new mining equipment, we offer hosting packages in some of the largest and most efficient mining facilities in the world, with unprecedented access to clean, cheap power. All of this combines to ensure the long-term life cycle of your machine, and as the end game, securing your long-term mining success. It's important to understand that Bitcoin mining is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is an investment into the technology of the future that's working today. Don't pass over this opportunity. With VBit, there's nothing stopping you from becoming a part of the financial revolution. www.vbitmining.com.
What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the first decentralized digital currency. Bitcoins are digital coins you can send through the internet. Bitcoin has a number of advantages compared to other payment options. Bitcoins are transferred directly from person to person via the internet without going through a bank or clearinghouse and is not controlled by any government. This means that the fees are much lower. You can use them in every country. Your account belongs only to you and cannot be frozen. There are no prerequisites or arbitrary limits. Bitcoin is changing finance in people's lives the same way the internet did. Over $5 trillion get moved around the world every day. The way we are used to doing this is through banks, PayPal, or companies like Western Union. Sending money this way costs an average of 5% in fees worldwide. That means we are talking about over $250 billion in fees every day. With Bitcoin, everyone has access and the average transaction fee is only a few cents. Over 2 billion people in the world still do not have access to a bank account or any financial products like credit cards and debit cards, which means all of their assets are in their home. If there is a robbery, a fire, a flood, or anything else like that, they lose everything. Did you know that there are more people with a cell phone connected to the internet than there are people with access to running water? This enables them to use Bitcoin to protect their assets and participate in e-commerce and world trade. When everyone has access to a global market, great ideas flourish. But if Bitcoin does not rely on or is powered by any bank or government, how are transactions being processed? Let's look at how it works. Many cryptocurrency exchanges exist where you can buy and sell Bitcoins for dollars, euros, and many more. Your Bitcoins are kept in your digital wallet on your computer or mobile device. Sending Bitcoins is as simple as sending an email, and you can purchase anything with Bitcoin. The Bitcoin network is secured and powered by hundreds of thousands of people from all over the world called miners. Miners are people who use specialized computer equipment to verify and process Bitcoin transactions. And this is where we cash in. Miners are like the owners of the Bitcoin network and are rewarded newly generated Bitcoins along with all transaction fees. Mining computers are complex equipment and operating it requires technical knowledge. So start mining with VBit Technologies and have us do the work maintaining your equipment and helping you create a passive income for yourself. You work hard for your money. Isn't it time your money works for you?
So Bitcoin's been in the news quite a bit lately, mainly because of its adoption by different financial institutions like MasterCard and Visa Card now have integrated Bitcoin and crypto onto their system. The largest bank in the US, JP Morgan and Chase, is now promoting Bitcoin as an investable asset to their clients as part of their wealth management program. And so are many other banks like Wells Fargo, Citibank Group, Morgan and Stanley Group. They're all promoting Bitcoin as an investable asset. And that's a big deal because for banks to be able to do that, create the on and off rails between Bitcoin and fiat currency, it requires regulatory approval. And so because of that, it's gained a lot more confidence now by financial institutions like online merchants like PayPal and Square, and now they accept Bitcoin on their payment platforms. That's a big deal because they have over 30 million customers and merchants to whom they service, and retail giants like Amazon and Walmart are hiring digital currency experts to help set up their platforms to do the same thing. And I believe Walmart now is installing Bitcoin ATM machines into every one of their stores. So this here has really resulted in Bitcoin being judged really the best performing asset of the decade. Like the tax authorities like the IRD here in New Zealand, the ATO in Australia, the IRS in the United States, these tax authorities, they class Bitcoin as property. And Bitcoin is the most stable, most valuable property on planet Earth. Like this asset class, Bitcoin, has appreciated in value by over 200% per annum for the last decade. And just this year, Bitcoin's market capitalization just went over $1 trillion. The market capitalization is simply the value of Bitcoin times the amount of Bitcoin that's circulating globally. And so this is really a big deal because it took these large companies, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and Google, it took them between 44 to 22 years for each one of these companies to hit a market cap of over $1 trillion. It took Bitcoin just 12 years to achieve that. And apart from surpassing the $1 trillion level, Bitcoin's market capitalization is now worth more than Visa and MasterCard combined. And its market cap is also higher than several of the largest US banks, including JP Morgan, Bank of America, and Citigroup. Bitcoin's 10-year compounding annual growth rate is unmatched in financial history. It's outperformed gold, Standard & Poor's 500 index, the NASDAQ, US Treasury bonds, even well-performing, very successful public companies like Tesla and Amazon really fade into insignificance compared to Bitcoin's annual growth rates. And like if you had invested 10 years ago $100 into Bitcoin, today that would be worth over 11 million US dollars. If you had invested $100 10 years ago into mining Bitcoin, today that investment would be worth over more than 140 million US dollars. Because Bitcoin, it doesn't matter what the value of Bitcoin is. Every day, these mining rigs generate Bitcoin every single day because their sole purpose is to verify transactions on the blockchain. And when they do that, they are rewarded in Bitcoin and in transaction fees. And so mining Bitcoin is the most predictable and safest way to be involved in the cryptocurrency space, as opposed to trading where you've got to really time the market. If you time it wrong, you lose money. And if you buy Bitcoin and hold on to it, let's say you purchase 2 Bitcoin, in 4 years' time, you would still have 2 Bitcoin. However, that you would take the value of that increase in Bitcoin, and that would be your profit. If you invested that same capital into mining Bitcoin, in 4 years' time, you would have 6 to 8 Bitcoin. And so that's the difference between mining Bitcoin and trading or buying and holding on to Bitcoin. Now, here's an article that was on Bitmain's website. Now, Bitmain is the world's largest manufacturer of mining equipment, and VBit Technologies is a customer of Bitmain. And if you were fortunate enough to be able to purchase mining equipment of Bitmain now, you wouldn't get it up and running until the end of the next year's first quarter. Between that and 6 months, like they are totally sold out with pre-orders from their existing customer base. And to be a customer of Bitmain, you have to be ordering a minimum of 1,200 units per month and sign a supply contract of 6 months before they even consider you being a customer. So that really counts out most people because they're only doing multi-million-dollar orders. But because of our relationship with VBit Technologies, we're able to order, make payment on mining equipment, and have it up and running within 4 to 6 weeks of doing it. And that's like lightning speed under current market conditions. So how does one become involved in mining Bitcoin with VBit Technologies? I'm just going to play another short video, then I'll come back and share the rest of the information.
Blockchain technology has thus far been largely inaccessible to ordinary people, and it's easy to see why when you look at the numbers. In fact, a single machine that can be used for generating cryptocurrency consumes as much electricity as 40 refrigerators. It produces enough heat to keep a 1,000 square foot home at 80 degrees Fahrenheit during the winter. And it's incredibly loud. It runs as loud as 2 vacuums. And this has meant that typically you need industrial solutions to take part in the blockchain technology or get into shady, unproven cloud mining opportunities. Well, until now. Thanks to VBit, now Bitcoin mining rigs are genuinely accessible to everyone. We offer a turnkey solution for making a reliable Bitcoin stream from blockchain technology without all the headaches of operating the machines. Why should you give VBit your confidence to make this happen for you? With VBit, you can purchase cutting-edge mining rigs that you'll personally own and have someone set them up and maintain them for you with full transparency. The equipment and the hosting pricing is fully explained and itemized so you know exactly what you're paying for. This way, you can make smart decisions, compare the prices of the machines, choose between different hosting packages, and decide on which mining pool is best for you. Smart is the key term here. In contrast to the long-lasting hype that exists around anything that involves Bitcoin, Bitcoin mining is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Our clients see this as a real, long-term business venture with the potential for huge upside gains depending on market conditions. We're currently operating state-of-the-art data centers in Colorado and Alberta, Canada. Our facilities are some of the largest and most effective Bitcoin mining data centers in the world. They are custom-built for Bitcoin mining and will provide an environment with adequate ventilation to ensure the mining rigs do not overheat. Our data centers are located in areas with the cheapest electricity rates achieved by utilizing a combination of renewable energy sources. All of this helps secure the life cycle of your machine, and as the end game, securing your long-term mining success. We even offer monthly payment options to make it affordable to get started. Our goal is to make our services available to everyone. So what are you waiting for? Don't pass over this opportunity. Check out our Bitcoin miner and hosting packages and become a part of the financial technology revolution. www.vbitmining.com.
So the company offer 5 different mining packages, ranging from the silver, our smallest package, right up to the black diamond, which is 8 computers. And the difference between the silver, gold, platinum, diamond, and black diamond is the amount of gigahash that each mining rig has. Now, gigahash is, you can compare it to like the horsepower of an engine. So the more gigahash your equipment, mining equipment has, the more Bitcoin it will mine. And when you purchase any one of these packages, if you request it, the company will send it to your physical address, because when you make purchase, you actually own the equipment. However, the residential electricity rates that you're on at the moment would severely compromise the profitability of the operation, and plus you need some technical knowledge to ensure that your equipment is running optimally, because remember, these machines are generating income for you 24/7. So the company offer hosting services anywhere between 1 to 5 years, and included in the hosting is like they house your equipment in their specialized data centers. The hosting includes all electricity costs to run your mining equipment, the electricity costs to run the ventilators that help keep your equipment cool, the internet connections that are required, the technicians who maintain the firmware of your equipment, and also ensure that your equipment is running maximally efficiently, so it's generating you the maximum income that it can. And they also perform the task of any repairs and maintenance. And if they can't fix your mining equipment, then the insurance that's built into the hosting will cover full replacement costs on your mining equipment. The other great thing that the company also offer is financing on any one of these packages, where they'll allow you to put down a 50% deposit, and then they have set up a payment plan of anywhere between 12 to 36 months. And even though you put down a 50% deposit, the company will give you 100% of the gigahash, so that you are maximizing the earning potential of your mining equipment. So right now I'm going to take you to the website just to show you the income generating power of these mining rigs. And I just go to the mining calculator. Now this calculator is linked directly to the market. So right now it's showing that one Bitcoin is valued at $59,477 US. And this one here is showing a black diamond. And in the middle column, it's showing what the black diamond will mine in Bitcoin per day, per week, per month, per year. And on the right-hand column is just its conversion into US dollars. So right now, the black diamond is mining 263 US dollars a day, or 96,300 US dollars a year. The diamond, which is 3 computers, is mining 36,000 US dollars a year. The platinum, which is 1 computer, is mining 12,000 US dollars a year. And then the silver, Our smallest package is just mining just on $11 a day. And just to show you also, like when I started mining Bitcoin back in August of last year, Bitcoin was valued at $11,000. Like today, it's just knocking on the door of 60,000. But Citibank's senior analysts predict that Bitcoin will hit 100,000. Well, actually 130, between 130 to 300,000 before the end of this year. But let's just say when Bitcoin hits 100,000, because remember this asset class has been appreciating in value over 200% per annum for the last 10 years. So when Bitcoin hits 100,000, the Black Diamond, instead of mining $263 a day, will then be mining $443 a day, or $161,900 a year. So it's just giving you an example of the power of these mining rigs. I'll just reset that because we'll come back to it. Now I'll take you to the mining shop. Now any rig that's purchased in the current batch, the company is saying that they will have it activated for you between November the 15th, which is past, up to December the 10th. Okay, so that's how quickly they will have your mining rig up and running for you. And not just up and running for you, but having actual access to this equipment. Now here, the pricing again is in US dollars. So we have the silver and gold. These are boards. And you can see that the silver gigahash is 33,000 and the gold, it's almost 2 silvers in that. And then we go into our computers. So the platinum, which are with 100,000 gigahash, is 11,974 US. And then we have the diamond package and then the black diamond. And the black diamond is what everyone wants, mainly because of its, when you do the numbers on it, it really does make sense. So I'm just going to choose a platinum mining rig as an example. And if I click on the Learn More tab, you can see here the pricing. Now again, this is in US dollars. So if you wanted to send to your home, it gives the pricing there. If you want the company to host it for you, anywhere between 1 or 2 or more years, the maximum discount on the equipment is 11,974 when you choose a hosting period of 2 or more years. And then all you do after that, that's on the equipment. And then you just add on the hosting pricing, depending on what you choose, either 2 to 5 years. Most people choose anywhere between 2 to 3 years, but the longer the hosting period you purchase, it just means that you lock in those any fixed costs, and the biggest cost is electricity. So if the current provider increases the kilowatt charge, whatever your hosting period is, your costs are locked in for that term. So you just add on the hosting onto the equipment price, and then that's if you're paying it in full. Now, if you're putting down a 50%, wanting to put down a 50% deposit, then I just click on this tab here and it takes it to another table. And here it lists all the packages, and then you just choose the hosting period, either 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 years. I'll use 2 years as an example because at 2 years or more, you maximize the discount on the equipment. And staying with the platinum, so if you purchase a platinum mining rig with 2 years hosting, the down payment is $9,780. Again, this is in US dollars. And then the financial commitment for the next 2 years is $407 a month. So remember that figure, 407. If I go back up to the mining calculator, then we come down here and choose the platinum or whichever package you're looking at. You can see here right now that the based on Bitcoin's value, the platinum package is mining $989 a month. So there's more than enough to make the repayment on $407. So when people are looking at these packages, they're really choosing a down payment they feel comfortable with, knowing that the proceeds from the mining will cover the the installments to pay off the machine, plus you making a profit. Now, I showed you where Bitcoin was predicted to hit over 100,000 before the end of this year. But what happens if the price of Bitcoin drops? Okay, so let's say if it dropped down to 28,000. And remember, the repayment is 407 for a platinum package. So even if the value of Bitcoin dropped, it's still mining enough here to cover the repayment of 407. So I just really want to stress the point here that it's really, when people are looking at these packages, they're really looking at a down payment that they feel comfortable with, and they know that the repayments, the mining proceeds will cover any of the repayments commitment. Now, here is a mining wallet. This is my mining wallet, and so you can see here that this wallet represents 3 mining rigs. So I started off with a gold mining rig in August of last year. In January of this year, from the proceeds of mining and commissions on the affiliate program, I was able to purchase a platinum mining rig. And then in August of this year, I was able to pay off the gold and platinum mining rig in full, and I purchased a diamond mining rig. So this wallet represents 3 mining rigs. Plus, I bought my children each a mining rig. My 3 children each have a mining rig. And so you can see here that these 3 packages that I've had, I've mined just over 1.5 of a Bitcoin, but I've also spent 1.3 of a Bitcoin with what I've just shared with you, reinvesting it into mining rigs for myself and for my children. And so what really excuse me, got me excited here was the mining. So this here is showing what I've mined each day, what Bitcoin has gone into this wallet every single day over here. And look, I've got 89 pages here. So right from the 29th of August, when I started mining, till today, there has not been one day go by where I have not received Bitcoin mining deposit into this wallet. So I'm just going to take what I mined today, put it into Google, and so today I mined 346 New Zealand dollars. Now, if Bitcoin didn't change, it didn't go up or didn't go down over the next 12 months, that's 126,000 New Zealand dollars on mine, and I'm really thankful for that, because like today I just my mining rigs generate this income on a daily basis, and I don't have to do anything. It's absolutely amazing here. So when I first saw this concept, the only thing I could remember was that if I just purchased the mining rig, I could generate income 24/7 and not have to do anything else. I didn't have to enroll any other people or anything like that. Just buy a mining rig and it would generate income for me 24/7. And that's what it's done. And I've shown you that. Now, the information that I shared with you, if it has kind of created interest for you, and even maybe like you may know people that would be really open to looking at a concept like this, the company offer an affiliate program where for a one-time joining fee of $149 US and then a financial commitment of $10 a month after that, they allow you to refer other people to the program, and then you can earn another 5 streams of income on top of that. I won't go into that. I'm just saying that, hey, this is what is available out on the affiliate program. And as I said to you now that I have confidence in the company, I have confidence in Bitcoin itself as an asset class, I'm sure just on a mission to share this with as many people as possible, because this can change people's lives, people who work hard, people who are retired, just so many where it can actually make a difference in other people's lives. So the company, as I initially said, they're a young company. They're incorporated in 2018. They're crypto mining specialists, and they have data centers in Colorado, Montana, and Alberta, Canada, with further expansions planned. And then our CEO, Dan Vo, he actually, he's a real bright cookie. At the age of 13, he started up his own computer programming and manufacturing company. And at the age of 15, he sold it for $1.6 million US dollars. So at that age, I can't remember. I still remember asking my parents for pocket money. But he entered in 2015, he entered into the finance and technology cryptocurrency sector. And in 2018, he founded VBit Technologies. So I'm just going to finish this off with a short video on the company and its progression, and then I'll come back and open it up for just a couple of people to share, and then open up for any questions.
This is here to stay. That's what's going to happen. And no central banker can control it. People all around the world are saying, I've had it with my central banker. I don't trust politicians anymore. I'm going to trade with this currency with my computer and my cell phone.
It's being used everywhere where you would think it would be used. Russia, Iran, Iraq, Egypt, Venezuela, Argentina, everywhere where you have currency pressure, everywhere where you want to basically shield your assets. And then after that, it'll probably become a payment mechanism. So in all of these three industries, you're talking about trillions of dollars up for grabs. Up for grabs.
Right, there's 21.9 million Bitcoins that are going to be made. And if enough people hold and don't sell, and enough people borrow to buy, just like we saw in the stock market.
When I talk to people, I said, what do you think will be here in 2040, approximately 22 years from now? Will gold still be here? Well, it's been here since eternity. Will the dollar be here?
Right.
I don't think so. And will blockchain be here? I think so. So that's really the way I look at the world of money and currencies, is what's going to be here in 22 years.
Bitcoin is something that you've been interested in and supportive of. In fact, you think this is a currency that's really going to work eventually?
Well, I think it is working. One thing seems very clear, and that is that cryptocurrency appears to be gaining more and more momentum. For example, El Salvador recently announced residents there can pay their taxes with Bitcoin.
You could have that with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a technical solution to give 8 billion people property rights. I can own $100 in my hand as easily as I can own $1 billion. And we've never had that in the history of the human race.
Hi, my name is Don Vo, the founder and CEO of VBit. Being early Bitcoin adopters, my co-founders and I recognize the life-changing potential of crypto and blockchain technology.
As well as Don Vo, he's the CEO at VBit Technologies. Don, thanks so much.
Cryptocurrency is surging right now, and some major companies are buying in.
You're getting involved for the purpose of making money or making a profit. 3 years ago, seeing many inefficiencies in the market, we began exploring the concept of making crypto mining and its incredible potential accessible to a bigger audience. VBit now serves thousands of happy clients and offers crypto mining services to people from all around the world. Powered by renewable energy, VBit DC operates crypto mines that focus on green mining and reducing our carbon footprint, which also allows us to achieve operating costs that are among the lowest in the world. We currently operate over 75 petahashes for self-mining, with thousands of latest gen mining equipment still in transit. Once all equipment are installed, we will operate over 420 petahashes, which combined with our low operating costs will make us one of the largest and most profitable Bitcoin mining operations in North America, with more expansion to come. So we hope that you will join us in this exciting journey.
Okay, so excuse me. Thank you very much for everyone for attending the presentation. I hope you found that of value. Just before I open up for questions, I'd just like a couple of people to share. Now, I haven't actually prepared them, but Cyril, could you just share with the audience tonight, mate? Sorry about putting this on you, buddy. Just why you joined VBit Technology and the benefit that you received from it so far since you've been involved.
Sure. So I started mining on the 18th of September, and that all came about a conversation Hooky and I had at one of our trustee meetings. Sort of tapped me on the shoulder and asked what I did with my Bitcoin. And I kind of said, what Bitcoin? You know, I can't afford that sort of rah. And he said, I'll send you a couple of videos. I need you to have a look at them. So I said, yeah, okay, you can do that. And I think it might have been a night or two later, he contacted me to see if I'd watch them. And no, I hadn't. So instead of having him ring a couple of days later, I thought I'd better watch them and have an answer for him. So I was watching a movie and I started watching the video on my laptop as well, and I was sort of looking backwards and forwards at it, and then I said, shit, that's pretty good. So, you know, I watched it again. Then after the third time, I was pretty much hooked on it, and I sort of thought, well, I want to have a look at this. So I done my own due diligence and researched VBit Technologies further. And then I decided, it took me probably 2 weeks before I decided to purchase the machine. So I went 50 down on the machine, and it wasn't too long, it was online, and I couldn't believe I was generating an income while I was sleeping. I couldn't believe I was making the money I was making, and it just got me really excited. If I can put it like this, it's like having a big money tree. Every time you shake it, the leaves fall into your wallet. You know, it's money. Sometimes taking snapshots of how much I made that day. I'll go to bed, wake up in the morning, check the snapshot out against what I made overnight while I was asleep. So, yeah, I think it's a really good concept. To me, I believe it's a really good investment. And I'm not here to sell anything to anybody. I'm just telling you my story. I just got to thank you very much, Hooky, for for setting me up with this. If you hadn't seen those videos, I would not have had any sort of interest in generating or purchasing a mining rig. So, so for everybody watching, especially the workmates, I hope you're going to take something out of this. And I'm not telling you to rush out and buy a machine. All I'm saying is, it's there, and I'm doing it, and I'm enjoying it. So thanks again, Hooky, for getting me involved. I appreciate it. Cheers, buddy.
Thank you very much, Cyril. That's been awesome, mate. And I'd just like Malika. Did Malika come on? Are you there, Malika? Just share,
Yes.
what you do and why you got involved with VBit Technologies.
Thank you, Hooky. A great presentation tonight. Loved it. And good evening again, friends who are on tonight. VBit Technologies and Bitcoin mining. For me personally, when I first heard the Bitcoin, I knew nothing about it. And in my mind, as a 65-year-old, Bitcoin is only for the wealthy. I don't even have that kind of money to be dealing with Bitcoin. However, the concept was shared with us by a good friend, and her integrity alone, she is like a daughter to us, and she's a doctor in Auckland. She invited us, she shared with us, and she sent us, and she wanted us to be hooked up on a Zoom to listen to the presentation like Cookie's done tonight. And for those of you that are here for the first time or the second time, exactly the presentation, in all I could remember from that night, the cost, the Bitcoin and everything that it does, the terminology and everything, all that stayed in my mind was purchasing a rig, and it was making a daily income for me every day. We prayed about it as a couple because when the concept was shared, we were both listening together. And we kind of felt we've always been looking for a way to prepare ourselves for a sustainable retirement plan. So when this came about, we both felt in our hearts, Lord, if this is from you, this is a gift. We thank you, and we are both going to get into it. So we both purchased a gold machine each. When it started, when it was activated on the 19th of May this year, it was bringing in between $25 to $27 a day. I said to myself, well, I took that and I said, well, let's go for a few more months. And at that time, we were shared also about, as Huki had shared tonight, be your own boss. We decided to become affiliates. But just those gold machine alone, when we bought it, it was 66,666 gigahash. We both invested into our 4 children, and we bought machines for them, rigs as well. So as affiliates, they bought under us, and we got referral hash power from that boosted up our giga hash power. So by the time we decided, when we looked at our earnings, 18th of last month, put together, combined our earnings from the last 4 months before that, we decided, right, this is the time. We're going to purchase a second machine for myself, and we were going to purchase a platinum. Automatically, overnight, there was 100,000 gigahash power that was given to me. So my gold machine today, it is, as I checked my wallet this morning, it is today $84.19 New Zealand. If I multiplied that by 365 days, I'd be getting something like 30,729. I asked myself, could I be able to save that in a year? No way. But I strongly believe in Bitcoin mining, and that is just the earning power of Bitcoin mining. So if you're looking at this tonight, think hard. All you need to do, what did we do? We just purchased the rigs, and the earnings was brought in daily into our wallets. Thank you again, Huki, for the privilege to share on the platform tonight.
Oh, thank you very much, Malika, for that. And one more person I'll get to share their testimonial is Debbie. Debbie, state what you do and your experience with mining Bitcoin.
Thank you, Huki, for the opportunity to share on your platform tonight. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Debbie Simpson. I'm originally from Fiji, but came to New Zealand in 2005 to work with at-risk youth. I currently work as a senior case manager with the Department of Corrections. As my wife said, we were always looking for a sustainable retirement plan. In the event of that coming about, we saw that the easiest way I can put this, and anyone can do this online, for the amount of money that I spent in buying my gold machine, if I had that sitting in the bank on a 2-year term deposit for 2 years, I'd get 1.6%. And I worked it out to about 44 cents a day interest over 2 years. 44 cents a day. With a mining machine, I was getting close to $30 a day. And that's just incredible. So over a period of time, have I got the return on my investment? Absolutely. I would just like to share with you, as Cheryl shared and Malika shared, this is not a plug to sell, but a plug to share. What we are enjoying, you can also enjoy. What we have been blessed with, you can be blessed with. And I'm not trying to preach, but I think about the time when they crossed the River Jordan in the Old Testament. They had to step into the water before the water parted. And it's a step of faith. Trust what you see. Look at the evidence. Make a decision based upon the evidence. And then go forth from there. If you still want to ask more questions, absolutely. And I love how Huki puts it through. That we share the information, put it in front of you, and the decision is yours to make. Do I have to be wealthy to be a Bitcoin miner? Can it make me become someone who is financially free? Yes. Thank you, Hoki, for the opportunity to share on your platform tonight. And beautiful to hear your testimony, Cheryl and Malika.
Thank you very much, Debbie, and once again, thank you guys for sharing your testimonial. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to open it up for anyone who has any questions or clarifications based on the information that they've seen tonight. Don't be shy. Just unmute yourself and ask your question.
Just one I'll ask if I can. I'm Gary.
Hi, Gary.
Hi. From what you've said, the presentation and things, that would actually, by purchasing one of these machines, you'll actually be able to self-finance that machine. The earnings from it would actually finance the purchase of it for you through the plan that you've sort of shown today.
Yeah. So what I shared with you, the company have a 50% down financing package. So you would have to come up with the 50% capital on whatever package you purchase.
Of course, yeah.
However, the proceeds from the mining normally will cover the repayments, and so that's what since the company's been operating, that's what every person has done. Some are able to buy out buy it in full. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Just the initial capital of the down payment, and then the mining proceeds will help you pay it off. And you got to put in also taken to the thought, when I first started mining, Bitcoin was 11,000, and today it's just knocking on 60,000. And so that mining rig, whatever Bitcoin it's mining, that value is increasing at the same time. So it does allow people where you can pay it off a lot earlier, and there's no penalty on early payment.
I see. Yes, but they do have like those machines or those units have like a shelf life or a useful life in terms of
Yes. Yeah. So great question. It's just like your laptop, any computer hardware. So these machines have a shelf life of between 5 to 6 years. That's why they offer up to a 5-year hosting period. And then you find that everyone, like I've got people who are affiliates. I have people who are just customers, and bar none of them. Every one of them who bought a rig have bought another rig because they've just seen the power that it has. It's coming into their wallet every single day.
Yeah.
And that concept really works well. And so it's really only the initial outlay, and then after that they're just using the proceeds from the mining to pay it off and purchase other equipment.
Good. Sounds good.
Thanks for your question, Gary.
Thanks.
Anyone else?
Yeah, everyone. Crypto mining, is this just only trading in Bitcoins or mining in Bitcoins? Or is it open for as other cryptocurrencies come online, like Ether and things like that?
Yeah, great question.
Bitcoins.
Yeah, great question, John. Yes, there are different machines. They mine different coins. But with VBit Technologies, we just focus on Bitcoin. Okay, it's just purely on Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the apex asset class, and people really want to build up their accumulation of Bitcoin because, like just talking about the short time I've been involved is just knocking on 15 months now. When I first started, it was 11,000 US, and now it's 60,000 US. But it's predicted that in the next 5 to 10 years, that one Bitcoin is going to be valued anywhere between $500,000 to $1 million for one Bitcoin. And so this is about mining Bitcoin, accumulating Bitcoin, storing that Bitcoin, and even I have colleagues now who are using their storage of Bitcoin as collateral to borrow funds to purchase more, purchase other assets. They're not actually withdrawing their Bitcoin to spend it on an inferior asset or inferior property. They're holding on to their Bitcoin and using their Bitcoin as collateral to lend on to purchase other forms of property. So I kind of got carried away there, mate. Great question though, John. Any other questions? All right. Oh, yeah. Yes, James.
Me atu kia koe tana mahi koe ki o whānau mahi hohonu e ho. So I just wanted to acknowledge just your own little journey and what seems a real quick time. But you know me, I'm just not fundamental things. So assuming, looking at the calculator, and you can assume I've done all the numbers of just what you provided tonight. And if I took the 2-year platinum package, paid half, within the first year, looking at today's calculators and assuming the numbers stay the same, I've washed my face. And if I took out a 2-year post, in my second year, it's generally looking like all profit, right?
Yes.
Okay. So at the end of the second year, there's one question I have, mate. What bank do I go into to cash it in? I want to know, bro.
Yeah.
Where's the cash?
Okay. This one here, let me just
show him your card.
So this here is a Visa Wirex card. And so I move Bitcoin from my wallet, my mining wallet, onto this card. This card stores Bitcoin. And then on the app that I have, I can exchange it into New Zealand dollars. And then I can go to any ATM machine or FPOS, pay for goods and services.
Pay for goods and services, not necessarily withdrawing cash.
Yeah, I can go to an ATM machine and withdraw cash.
Kapai. Thank you.
The one in Papakura goes well, mate.
Second question I've got. And I won't use the term horsepower. Can I use the term data saving? So if the numbers double or triple up against what you were saying earlier of what projected growth looks like, does that also mean that the space or the memory of my machine has also accelerated, i.e. I'm running out of space and I need to start looking at buying more machines?
No, when you purchase a mining rig, it comes with a certain amount of gigahash, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Okay, that stays constant. That stays constant. But when you buy another machine, they add the gigahash together. And that's what goes into...
so it's not the market value that would, say, expend my gigabytes, if you were, of what I can mine. Right? So it's not, say, the market value doubling tomorrow. I won't lose, say, double the gigabytes I went to sleep with last night because the market doubled overnight.
Yeah, so the gigahash on your mining equipment doesn't change. It continues to mine Bitcoin. So whatever Bitcoin you have in your wallet, when the value of Bitcoin increases, so does the value of your Bitcoin goes up. So these machines are mining Bitcoin every single day, and then the value of Bitcoin, as it rises, whatever Bitcoin you're holding, that rises in value too. So, for example, I wouldn't withdraw, say, 10,000 out of my mining wallet. I wouldn't withdraw 10,000 and put it into my bank account, because now it's in fiat currency and it's losing money due to inflation. Whereas if I've got it sitting in my mining wallet, when the price of Bitcoin rises, so does whatever's in my wallet goes up too.
Yeah, Roger. Thanks, mate. That's all I really had for the moment. I really, I don't do this at all, but I've actually enjoyed the experience.
Thanks, James. Been great having you on, mate, on tonight. Any other questions?
Just how we get in touch with you, or what do we work through the web, or what's the preference? Do we come back to you?
Listen, I get in touch with Cyril or myself directly, and then and then I can. What I really would suggest is that what I normally do when people show interest, I email them just the process. Like it's free to register, to put you into the system, and then you can. Let me show you once again here how to use the. Because one thing I like doing is showing people how to navigate the website in their own time and do the numbers in your own time. So when you go to the website, and whoever invited you on tonight will send you a link to the website, is you go to Mining Shop, and it brings up all the packages. And it doesn't matter which one you go into. You go to Silver, you click on Learn More, and then down here it's got 50% down, up to 36 months payment. It's got a tab here, View Monthly Plan Info. You click on that, and it brings up this table. And you just choose the hosting, 1 year, 2, 3, 4, or 5 year hosting. Let's just go back to 2 years as an example. And let's say the Silver you're looking at, it's a deposit of 3280 US dollars, and then a commitment of 137 US dollars a month. So then you go back up to the mining calculator. You select the package you're looking at, which in this example is a Silver. And you can see the Silver is mining 329 US dollars a month. That's more than enough to make the repayment of 137. So that's a way you can do the numbers in your own time. And also I would email you a due diligence document. It's not to replace your own due diligence. It's just that I kept the links when I did my research on the company and mining Bitcoin. I kept those links, and so it's just to save you time when you do your own due diligence, but it's certainly not to replace your due diligence. So that gives people enough information to look at the website, look at some other sites, to check the company out and the concept of mining Bitcoin, so you can kind of make an informed decision on what you would like to do going on into the future. I hope that helps. So get back in touch with the person who invited you on the call, and they can point you in the right direction. And if you got, and then like anything, if after you jump off this call you get, I've got another question, feel free to reach out. Only here to help you out. Any other questions? Okay, listen, thank you very much, everyone, for attending tonight. I hope that you found it worthwhile. And please get back to the person who invited you on the call if it's created interest for you. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Hookie. Appreciate it.
Hookie.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thanks, Hookie.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Tawaki, would you be late tomorrow, Tawaki?
Remember to take the other privilege.
We'll get Ryan's a week now.
I can't remember.
I better tell Caleb. All right, see ya.
I'll get Caleb to remember.
Oh, hang on, I turn off the recording.